What's up, you guys? Alright, hopefully your week's been going good this week. My week has been alright. Things around here are looking good. They are. Yeah, we got the outdoor grow finally going. It's rolling again, and we're going to talk about it once we get into the 4x4 tent. Yeah, it's kind of crowded in the 4x4 tent. We got a lot of plants in here right now, but yeah, we're going to talk about where all the plants are going, what we're going to do with everybody and everything, and yeah, how the outdoor grow is going and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's start things off inside the Mars Hydro 3x3 tent. Let's check out the Autoflowers in here. So we got Autoflowers going all over the place. Massive night owl autoflower run, and it's going pretty well. Not too bad at all. So the two plants here in the back, Day33 and Master Bruce here in the front, Day29 right now. Looking good they are. So the plant in the back corner back here, strawberry milking cookies, Day35, still undergoing a little bit of low stress training, turning into a pretty nice little bush back there. I'm really excited about that one because, man, the last strawberry milking cookies that I just did, oh my, that is just wow. That was the best one in that tent on that last run. I thought that the Blue Power was going to be the best one. No, that strawberry milking cookies was it, and some. That was, oh yeah, I hope that this plant here turns out exactly the same because I could definitely use another one of those, that's for sure. I pretty much have consumed all of that already. Just about all that already. Yeah, I'm wasting no time on that. That is a good one. Absolutely wonderful, and it is. Now, the Blue Power wasn't too bad either. Not too bad. But that milk and cookies, strawberry milk and cookies, wow. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, yeah, there she is. There's another one. Looking wonderful. Kind of looking sort of like the other one. We'll have to see how it goes once she gets further in the flower and see if she gets all trichomy and gooey like the other one did. But, man, that last plant was absolutely wonderful. I mean, literally, to the point where the flowers are sticking to the jar like every time. I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, it's dry, but it's just so sticky, so resinous that the flowers just literally have to be peeled off the side of the jar before you can get to them. It's that good. It's that good. But yeah, man, strawberry milk and cookies, strawberry safari back there, Day35, looking good. No more food for them. They already received their final top dressing. They are progressing along as they should. I feel that these plants here should be done sometime around day 75. Last strawberry milk and cookies I did finished up around day 74, so I figured this plant here should be around the same time. We'll have to see how it goes, though. And then, yeah, strawberry safari back there. Yeah, kind of doing the same thing, flowering away. But at the same time, this plant here just really isn't stretching. Ain't really doing much of much. She's just like, hi, this is how I'm going to be. This is how I'm going to look. So, okay, short squat, and that's how you're going to be. And Master Bruce over here. So I pulled Master Bruce from the back corner back here so we could take a better look at Master Bruce, because Master Bruce is, wow, beautiful plant. This is just a crazy fat giant stalk going on in here, man. Just wow, she is just next level. Big old chunky plant right now. Big old chunky plant. Honestly, I don't think I could get in here and low stress train that even if I wanted to. There's just too much meat on that stalk. I might break it. So I'm just going to let her go all natural. I did kind of think for a minute there where I was like, maybe I should try a little low stress training, but then once I started looking at that stalk, I'm like, you know, I'm just not even going to bother. So the last thing that I want to do right now is decapitate that plant and cause stress and then cause that plant to herm out. I really want to see what comes out of this plant because she is absolutely beautiful. Kind of slow going right now. It just seems like she's slow going because of the one that I have in my 4x4 tent is just cruising along. Already well into low stress training, pretty much done with low stress training, flowering away, taking on her final form as we speak. Same age, day 29, same age as well. You guys will see here in a second, but just acting completely different. But this one here, I do believe she's going to be in here for another minute, so I will be giving her an additional top dressing, I feel. So I did just top dress her at day 26, so that was 3 days ago. It's day 29 right now. I am feeding Gaia Green dry members. I am feeding every 28 days, and most likely she's going to get an additional top dressing. I feel like she's just flowering slow, she's growing slow, she's acting slow. I feel that there's going to be an additional top dressing for sure. Now the other two plants in the back, they're done. No more food for them. Just watering at a pH of 6.4 to 6.8. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about it and how I top dressed and all that other good stuff and how I started this grow off. So I started this grow off with the non-amended soil, Royal Gold 2%. To that I added the Gaia Green dry amendments at a rate of 3 tablespoons per gallon. Now these are 5-gallon pots and needed 15 tablespoons total to amend the soil and get things started. So my starting ratio, 10 tablespoons of the 444. and 5 tablespoons of the 284. Also threw in some worm castings in there, about 1 to 2 cups of worm castings per 5-gallon pot. Mixed all that up, dropped my seed, and away we go. Now at day 28 of life, it was time for the final feeding for the 2 plants in the back, and that final feeding was just a 50-50. Now I told you guys before, I was undecided as to how I wanted to feed these plants. Should I give them what I amended the soil with, like I do with the Dr. Earth dry amendments, or should I just give them a 50-50 so I can run heavier on the bloom? That's what I did. Gave them the 50-50, figured that was going to be good enough, and I'll just continue the 50-50s until the plants no longer need food. While the 2 in the back, they're done. They shouldn't need any more food. Master Bruce in the front most likely will need an additional top dressing, and that will be 28 days after her other top dressing, her first top dressing. So yeah, and that'll just be a 50-50. Now this plant here will most likely be put into the other tent, and we'll join the other plant that's in the other tent, or I might take that one and put them in here and then start my next run, because I do have one more plant, completely different strain, and it's kind of doing the same thing, just now starting to get into flower. You should see that plant. It's a massive bush right now. It's going to be a giant plant. So I will have a couple plants here that are going to go the distance. So yeah, I'll probably put those ones here together here in a little while. But the rest of the plants are all on track to all finish up sometime around day 75, day 80 or so, would be my guess. Everybody cruising along, flowering away, doing their thing. Anyways, let's talk about the lighting. Let's move on and check out those plants. So in this Mars Hydro 3x310, we got the Mars Hydro FC 4800 Evo. This light here, 480 watts one wall, fully dimmable, daisy chainable. This light here is a full spectrum grow light, perfect for this 3-foot by 3-foot grow tent, even a 4-foot by 4-foot grow tent. This light here also has a Samsung LM301H diodes in it. Yeah, that's a beast of a grow light. This is Mars Hydro's 2024 version. This is also a smart grow light as well. And then this grow light here has the added UV, infrared, deep red, and blue bars from Mars Hydro, the add lights, yeah, which turns this light here into the ultimate grow light. You can see them there, you can see them there. I got all 4 of them hooked up. You guys should see these things on too, man. They're crazy when they're on. Kind of brings back that blurple feel, man, that blurple feel back into the tent. I like it. I kind of miss that. Anyways, let's move on over to our very crowded 4x4 tent. And you guys know that this should not happen. You guys, if you guys have been following the channel for long enough, you guys know that when I have a crowded 4x4 tent, sometimes I have problems with powdery mildew. So fingers crossed that I don't get any powdery mildew because of what's happening here. Now, mind you, the plants are going to go all into different spots right now. At least the smaller plants, okay? I should be getting them out of here pretty soon and putting them into the 4x2 tent. So yeah, we'll have more room in here eventually, but for the next week or so, it's pretty much going to be crowded. Anyways, yeah, we got plants everywhere, Autoflowers everywhere, so let's go ahead and start it off with them. Who's who and what's what. So we got Queen's Banner right here, looking good. At what day is it? Day 33. Day 33, that's right. Day 33 for Queen's Banner. Day 33 for 91 grapes. And Strawberry Safari right there. You got another one. And then Purple Strawberry Popsicle. And this is the plant here that's just now starting to get into flower. Yeah. She's a bush. She vegged out for a while. Yeah, I got to get in here and do some more low stress training and see if I can flatten her out just a little bit more. Oh my. Oh my, this plant's going to be big. Yes, she is. Looking wonderful, she is. And here is the other Master Bruce. So check it out. Yeah, look at it flowering away. Just so much further in the flower. Low stress training away. I guess I could probably grab a couple more of them branches and do just a little bit more low stress training. But for the most part, she's done already. At day 29, she is done, cruising along. So I feel that this plant here is on track to be finished sometime around day 70 or so. That would be my guess. Sometime around day 70. But like the other one, yeah, just completely different, so we'll just have to treat the Autoflowers accordingly and top dress them accordingly and just let them go until they are finished. But yeah, this plant here, Strawberry Safari, also kind of got a little bit more veg time in there as well, and turned out to be quite the big plant for being in the 3-gallon pot. Not too bad at all. Now, that was a plant there that I kind of grabbed a little bit too tight with the low stress training, but at the same time it kind of paid off. You really can't tell which part of the plant is the main part anymore, and that's the idea of low stress training, is to flatten out that canopy and make sure that all the flower sites are all equal in strength. That's the idea. That's the idea of low stress training. Get more flower sites. You want all them flowers to be equal in strength, to be receiving the same amount of nutrients, hormones, energy, all that good stuff. And yeah, we pretty much knocked it out of the park with that one right there, accidentally. Yeah, she's looking good. I really haven't done much to her ever since, you know, I loosened that tie last week. I told you guys about it. I loosened the tie, and I've just been leaving her alone. She kind of just has this like form now, and she's actually quite nice, not too bad. Can't wait to see her get into her stretch and see how big she's gonna get in that 3-gallon pot. But yeah, these plants are all being fed Dr. Earth dry amendments. They're all being watered in at a pH of 6.8, 6.9, and yes, I am locking that pH in 6.8, 6.9 every single time. It's what works in my world, you guys. No deficiencies, no problems, works good start to finish. 6.8, 6.9 every single time. Anyways, yeah, plants are looking good. Dr. Earth dry amendments, and yeah, we got final feed here coming up for most of the plants at day 42 of life. Everybody's on track to be finished, and should be a final feed for everybody. I'm sorry, getting a little ahead of myself. That plant there, yes, may receive an additional feeding at day 63 with the Dr. Earth dry amendments. So with the Dr. Earth dry amendments, I'm feeding every 21 days at a rate of 2 tablespoons per gallon. And this plant back here, next top dressing will be at day 42. I do believe she will require another top dressing at day 63. So that plant there will most likely join the other one over here once the other plants are done, and we'll just let them finish out together, most likely in the 3x3 tent while I start my other run and get things going. But anyways, yeah, these plants here are all looking absolutely fantastic. Low stress training, looking good they are. Some of them a little bigger than others, not too bad. I was honestly thinking that this grow was going to be a little bit bigger. You know, some of the plants were just showing indications like they were going to be some big giant plants. But it didn't turn out to be that way. That's okay. That's okay. Not too bad. They're still looking really, really good. Anyways, yeah, Dr. Earth dry amendments. Let's talk about how I mixed these pots, how I started it off, how I top dressed, and all that other good stuff. So I started this grow off with the non-amended soil, Royal Gold Tuber. To that, I added the Dr. Earth dry amendments at a rate of 2 tablespoons per gallon. Now my starting ratio for these autoflowers, they are in 5-gallon pots. I needed 10 tablespoons total to amend the soil and get going. So my starting ratio, 4-2-4, 4 tablespoons of the veg, 2 tablespoons of the all-purpose, and 4 tablespoons of the bloom. To that, I also added in 1 to 2 cups of worm castings per 5-gallon pot. Mixed all that up, dropped my seed, and away we go. Now at day 21 of life, it's time to feed again. So with Dr. Earth dry amendments, you want to make sure you feed every 21 days, no later than 28 days. Photo periods, autoflowers, doesn't matter what you're doing. Just make sure you're feeding, transplanting, top dressing, doing what you need to be doing every 21 days, no later than 28 days. So at day 21 of life, time for their first feeding. Now, that first feeding, that first top dressing, I just give them the exact same thing that they're amended with. The 4-2-4, just top dress that right in again. A little bit of worm castings in there, good to go. So everybody has received that top dressing at day 21. Now, at day 42 of life, will be time for their final feeding. Most of these plants here will go up to around day 70, 80, somewhere around there, and be finished, maybe 85 at the most. So with the Dr. Earth dry amendments, that should leave plenty of time for the amendments to run their course, do their thing, and the plants to finish up on their own. So yeah, final feed will be at day 42 of life for all these plants, and it will be a 50-50. So with the Dr. Earth dry amendments, just continue to give them the 50-50 until they're no longer needing food. So if you got strains that are going to go the distance, go a couple extra weeks longer, like I said, just continue those 50-50s until you're no longer needing food. Now, a lot of you guys always question the reason why, you know, they're always questioning me as to why I'm not using full-on bloom, just going hard on the bloom. I see deficiencies. I've seen it in the past. I've been running with Dr. Earth now for the past, what, like 6 years. And I've done that in the past. I have done that with the autoflowers and just laid it heavy on the bloom for final top dressing. And they go hard deficient. Not all the time. Not all the time. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of times they would. They would go hard deficient like a couple weeks. As soon as you give them that, you know, you give them that, and like a week later you start seeing problems. You start seeing deficiencies, start seeing problems and stuff like that. They need that calcium. Plants need that calcium from start until finish. And they get that calcium from the vegetable mix. So that's why I tell you guys got to use that vegetable mix. It has your guaranteed amount of calcium in it for your plants, and your plants will need that from start to finish. Your autoflowers, your photoperiods, everybody needs it. Okay? So anyways, yeah, that's it. That's how we're feeding these plants here. Like I said, 50-50 until they're done. No longer needing food, but I'm pretty sure that at day 42 of life, we should be all good to go. Now the 3-gallon pot down here, pretty much being fed exactly the same way. 2 tablespoons per gallon with the Dr. Earth dry amendments. Only starting ratio for that plant was 3-1-2. 3 tablespoons of the veg, 1 tablespoon of the all-purpose, and 2 tablespoons of the bloom. Now I top dressed in again, that exact same thing that I amended the soil with at day 21 of life. Now at day 42 of life, she'll get a 50-50. and that'll be it for her. No more food for her, all done. And I'm just watering these plants, like I said, pH 6.8, 6.9, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Plants are looking good, absolutely wonderful, not too bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and talk about all the rest of the plants down here. Let's start it off with, let's start it off with the other two over here. So these were going to be my two outdoor grow plants. I was going to put them outside. Now the Girl Scout cookies, I'm still kind of debating about putting her outside or not. I'm thinking I might, just because I had such good results with that plant last year. I think I might put that one out there. I'm kind of undecided. We'll have to see. And then the bling over here, this plant will go into my 4x2 tent and be flowered separately, and maybe Girl Scout cookies will be joining her. I'm not sure. Depends if I put her outside or not. I'm just really undecided. I have a bunch of other strains for my outdoor grow going. These strains I like better, and I don't know. I just kind of want to go with them. I guess I'm really undecided. Can you guys tell? I really am undecided. Got a lot going on right now, but the outdoor grow is going. I did have one failure, one OG Kush. The OG Kush, well, I don't think I watered it deep enough, so I planted the seeds directly into the soil, and I just don't think I watered deep enough. I think that was the problem, and the seed didn't even appear to be wet. I went in a couple days later to see if I had germination, what was going on, because the rest of the plants all came up, and yeah, the seed was just chilling there. So I threw it in some wet paper towel with some more seeds, just in case these seeds don't go, because they were kind of looking a little rough. So just want to make sure that 100% we got plants to go. So we're going to do 4 plants outside this year, and these are the strains that we are going to do. So maybe the Girl Scout cookies, chicken and waffles, blueberry. I really want the OG Kush out there. I really want the OG Kush. I tried last year too to get an OG Kush out there, and it just didn't happen for me. This year, I want it to happen. Come hell or high water, I'm going to get one of these seeds to germinate. I got 2 of them in paper towels, so hopefully I'll get one to come up, and we'll get one to go. And then we got jelly donuts. So of course that's 5 plants there. I told you guys I only want to do 4. Yeah, so one of them may go to the neighbor. I know my neighbor needs some help again this year. I'm not sure which one. I really don't want to give the Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to give them any of these, to be honest with you. Well, I'll have to see how it goes. But I'm just really undecided to who's going to go where and what and this and that, you know. But we'll have to see. Anyway, so the other plant over here is a Girl Scout cookies. That was a mutating plant. That was supposed to be with the other plants over here. And this one here is starting to finally come around. Actually, I almost pulled that plant. I almost pulled the plant. But the next set of leaves actually looks normal. So it's like, well, what are you doing now? You know, are you going to be a normal plant? But that plant was going hard on the mutation. I honestly don't think I'm going to keep it. Definitely will not give that to my neighbor. I cannot give that to him. That's just not going to be nice of me. That plant there just looks absolutely miserable, but at the same time, she looks like she's coming around. Now, I did not transplant her. She's going to be running out of nutrients soon, so eventually she's going to start looking like crap. So I think at that point, then I'm just going to go ahead and throw the plant away. I have my plants. I have everything that I need. I don't need this plant no more, and I really don't need to waste my time on this plant no more. Anyways, the other plants here have come up. At least they're trying to. Chicken and waffles is on its way up. Blueberry cupcakes is up, so it's day 1 for you. Jelly donuts, yeah, we can see some green. You're trying. Come on, baby, let's go. Jelly donuts is the one that I really want outside too. Jelly donuts and OG Kush. Those are the 2 that I really, really want outside. But yeah, anyway, so we got the other 2 plants over here transplanted into 1-gallon pots, and yes, they are being fed Dr. Earth dry mimics, and the little ones down here are all being fed Dr. Earth dry mimics, because that's how I do my outdoor grow from start until finish. Nothing but Dr. Earth dry mimics, so that's the way it's going to be this year. And yeah, like I said, got more seeds germinated, so next week we should have more plants, and those plants will most likely be going into the 4x2 tent to be flowered. Maybe into the 3x3 tent to be flowered. We'll have to see how many we have and what's what and this and that. But yeah, I have room for all of them and everything else, so we should be good to go this time around. Yeah, everything looking good around here. We're there. We're there. We just got to get these plants outside and get going. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me this week, you guys. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll talk to you all next week. All right, guys. Have a good one.